you today? Nasrin.
Sir, I'm good today.
Okay. Is your health okay today?
Yes, sir. Better.
Better. You missed last class because of illness, right?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Are you prepared? Are you prepared for today's class?
Yes, sir. But last I had a class. I had a class just before it was finished before 10 minutes. That I went to kitchen. Within 10 minutes, I went to kitchen. Then I cut chicken into pieces. Then I cut some onions and marinate the chicken. Then I came back to here.
Oh, okay.
Within 10 minutes.
Okay, that means okay, understood. Okay, in 10 minutes you have done a lot of things. Okay. Yes, you have to maintain time this way. While you will have you will hold responsible position, you have to maintain time. 5-10 minutes, 10 minutes will be very, very important for you. And managing time is very good things for the administrators. Not good things. This is a must for the administrators. Will you start with you today? Are you prepared to speak?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So we'll start with you first, then we'll go to Firdaus Ali, then we'll go to Abdul Kader. Okay, today our speaking topic is describing an important book on liberation war. Describing an important book on liberation war.
I'll describe a book named Ekaturi Dinguli by Jahanara Imam. This book started from 1st March 1971 when the President Yahya Khan postponed the meeting. The author Jahanara Imam just wrote this book just like a diary. That means with date and times, and she just wanted to frame the time of our liberation war, and she succeeded in doing this properly. The main character of this book is Shafi Imam Rumi, who is the elder son of author Jahanara Imam. And he was very meritorious student, and she stood third in the Pakistan Education Board that time in SSC. And after passing his HSC, he got admitted to IIT, that Alliance of University of Technology. But she didn't join the class because of our liberation war. He didn't want to go there actually. But in early time of our liberation war, she could not go join the war because she just wanted to convince her mother Jahanara Imam. But as a mother, it was not so easy to give a permission her child to go to liberation war. And Rumi was not also join the war without his mother permission. At last, he got permission on April 1971, and then he went to India by crossing border, and then took training on Agartala in sector number 2, Melaghar. This place name was Melaghar. Then he came back to Dhaka and joined a Craig platoon. That means they just they participated hit and run attack. But their first their main task was the destroy the Siddhiganj power station. But unfortunately, they didn't do this. There are some also some other guerrilla fighter named uh, Bodhi, Azad, Chullu, and many other things, and others. But they got arrested on 29th August. Most of the guerrilla fighters got arrested that night. Rumi arrested with his elder brother, his father, and a cousin. But after a few days, his brother, father, and cousin freed from there after getting tortured too much. But they didn't get free the guerrilla fighters. And maybe she attained martyrdom on 4th September 1971. It was a shocking, it was very shocking for Mother Jahanara Imam, but it's not the end of her disasters in her life, because on 13th December, her husband Sharif Imam undergo a massive heart attack, and they got him admitted to PG hospital, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman Medical University. But doctor didn't do anything because of power cut. They didn't use any machine for life-saving machine because of power cut, and he got died late night of 13th December. And the book story ended on 16 December 1971. Some of freedom fighters came to her and called him that he is the mother of all freedom fighters.
Nice. Okay, nice presentation. Okay. So what did you learn from the book? What is the lesson from the book?
Actually, the book, I learned from this book that from Rumi, basically from Rumi, we have to raise our voice, any kind of injustice, any kind of oppression, any kind of exploitation. Our valiant freedom fighter gave us so many lessons. And now our main target is to build our nation as a powerful but a kind nation.
Okay. Well, sure, Jahanara, did you read any other book on liberation war?
Yes, sir. I have read several books of this on liberation war. There's Humayun Ahmed's Josna Ojonunir Golpo, 1971, Shyamol Chhaya.
Okay, you read Josna and Jonali Golpo. Okay, can you say a few words about the book?
Sorry, sir.
Theme of the book. Can you tell me
Sir,
the theme of
it's a large book. Maybe it's 100 pages, 1,000 pages, like this. It's not a short story. It's a long story.
Did you read the book? Did you read the book from first to last?
Yes, sir.
Which part of the book charmed you the most? Which part of the book?
It's not a charming book. I feel so sad for this book. Actually, I feel so angry on these Pakistani soldiers, as well as these countries' collaborators.
Okay. Well, which nation is the most powerful nation at present in the world?
What did you mean by nation? Countries or?
Country, definitely. A powerful nation means powerful country. Who is the most powerful nation or powerful country in the world at present, in your opinion?
It's USA.
Okay. If I want to say Russia, will you disagree with me?
Um, Sir, actually, Russia is powerful, but now it is USA just control the world, I think.
Okay, control the world. Okay, is it a democratic country?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you think their democratic system is very transparent and firm and rigid?
Yes, sir. I think so. Their democratic system is so good.
Okay. In the last election, that means 46th election, US election, we experienced, the world experienced some dramatic incidents or some unexpected incidents. Can you name one or two of them?
Yes, sir. That after election, the ex-president Donald Trump didn't welcome the newly elected president Joe Biden, and some attacking incident happened. But it can happen, but um, it often happen. But it's not so. Um,
But it could not ruin the democratic process of the United States of America. Okay. Well, do you know anything about Joe Biden?
yes, sir. Joe Biden was elected as a president of USA in the 46th US election that was held in November 2nd November 2022. His full name is Joseph Biden Jr. Joseph Robert Biden Jr. Before being a president, he was a senator from Delaware from 1973 to 2009. And during President Obama, he was the running mate of President Barack Obama.
Okay. Well, nowadays, Bangladesh, the USA has sanctioned on Bangladesh, especially Bangladesh elite force, some officials of RAB. And do you think it will have some long-lasting impact on Bangladesh, or how do you treat it? Suppose you are in Viva board, if the members of PSA ask you such a question, what will be or what may be the effect of such a sanction on us? How will you answer?
Sir, actually, sir, I didn't do study on this topic, but I had to study it actually. But
Okay. So, okay, then, okay, we'll ask you again later. Okay. Well, and how do you feel at this moment?
I didn't catch your question, sir.
Okay. And Joe Biden also served the nation in a big important position. You mentioned it, that is running mate or vice president of the USA. Okay. Another question. Yes, important question. Have you heard the name of Nuremberg Trials?
Yes, sir, I heard about the Nuremberg Trials.
What do you know about it?
It was the give me 2 minutes.
Okay.
I have
Look at the screen. Nuremberg Trials, where?
The Nuremberg Trials were a series of military tribunals held after Second World War by the Allied forces under international laws and the laws of war. But there was maybe 177 defendants, and 20 of them mm, 20 of them get death sentences, and 25 got freed because they found no guilty. Mm, and 98 of them got some
Like punishment,
prison prison
life
sentences,
punishment.
and the 24 and the 20 of the lifetime imprisonment.
20
Life
of them.
imprisonment.
They were the soldiers from which country?
Um, German. Sorry,
German.
German.
Japan or German?
German soldiers.
German, not Japanese soldiers?
So I got confused.
Okay.
Japan on.
Well, was there any Bengali jurist in the Nuremberg trial?
Yeah, he was Radha Vinod Pal.
Rather, okay. Do you know anything about it?
Radha Vinod Pal, born on British India during British Indian period. He was sir, I forgot about him.
Okay, okay, we'll come to you later. Okay. Now, Firdous Ali, are you ready to speak?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Say something about a book on liberation war. Okay. A book that you have read on liberation war.
Thank you, sir. There are several books on liberation war I have already read, such as বঙ্গবন্ধুর মুখ, বঙ্গবন্ধুর মুখ and শত্রু ছায়া, আমি বিজয় দেখেছি, দেয়াল, and so on. I want to explain about বঙ্গবন্ধুর মুখ and শত্রু ছায়া, written by Hassan Firdaus. It is about the history of our liberation war during 1971, and the contribution of global powers like USA, China, and Russia. In this time, USA, China take part Pakistan, and at the same time Russia support Bangladesh. And beside this, some other peoples in our countries like Razakar, Al-Badr, Al-Sams also played a negative role during our liberation war. It was also explained here. Beside this, it also discuss about the brutal carnage that conducted by Pakistan military force on the innocent Bengalis during our liberation war. And beside this, here also discuss about the contribution of general people like farmers, educationists, doctors, physicians, and others peoples of our country.
Okay. Okay. Have you heard the name of Nuremberg Trials?
Yes, sir. I have heard the name of Nuremberg Trials.
What do you know about it?
It is a series of military tribunals. It was made after Second World War to bring punishment under the countries who are involved, play a negative role during the Second World War in the eye of USA and Russia.
And okay. And how many soldiers were punished in this trial?
Sorry, sir, I cannot recall it.
Was there any Bengali jurist there?
Yes, sir. There was a Bengali jurist. He is Radha Vinod Pal.
Do you know anything about him?
Radha Vinod Paul is a Bengali jurist. He was Indian born. Um, sorry, sir, I cannot remember it.
Okay, Japan
And
helps.
he was international law money. He was a member of International Law Commission from 1952 to 1966, and he was only one of the Bengali jurists in this tribunal.
And Japan helps us a lot in different development sectors. Can you tell me why they help us a lot?
Yes, sir. Behind this, there was a history. That's why Japan helped us a lot. During during the Nuremberg trial, Bengali jurist Radha Vinod Paul support Japan to reduce the penalty. To express the gratefulness, Japan helped Bengalis a lot of.
Good. Okay. Well, you told that you read Dayal. Dayal, is it a novel or story or historical novel?
So it is a historical novel discussed with the history after the Liberation War, especially from December 1971 to um, after the in 1975.
Okay. Can you mention one or two characters from this book? 2 to 3 characters from from this novel, Dayal?
Uh, Sorry, sir, I cannot recall it, but it is.
Was there any character name Anda Hafiz?
Sorry, sir, I cannot recall it right now.
Can't you recall about the character Anda Hafiz?
No, sir.
You can't remember about anything about. Did you read the book?
I read it long time ago, sir.
Long ago. Okay. Okay. Who is 46th American president?
Sorry, sir.
Who is the 46th American president?
Joseph Joe Biden is the 46th president of USA.
Well, Joe Biden or Biden administration has sanctioned on Bangladeshi some elite force elite force top-ranking officials. And do you think they have done these things well? Do you think they have done something good for Bangladesh? Or do you think Bangladesh has to bear the consequence for a long time, or Bangladesh can convince them and withdraw these sanctions soon?
Definitely, it has a negative impact on Bangladesh, especially especially to the global leaders is China, America, and they have to sir, একটু আবার রিপিট সরি স্যার আমি এক্সপ্লেন করতে পারছি না বাট বাংলাদেশ have to pay it a lot of
suppose you are in Viva board, PSC member has asked you this question, so your answer should be diplomatic to some extent. So how will you answer?
Yes, sir. I think it impact on a bilateral relationship between USA and Bangladesh.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir,
yes, I can hear. Okay, carry on.
And at present time, most of the politicians of Bangladesh denies their opinion, and they try to protest the proposal. They try to protest the opinion as declared by the USA Foreign Affairs, and I think it will play a negative impact on the relation between Bangladesh and USA.
USA. Okay, so what should Bangladesh do now? Or Bangladesh, Bangladesh government has employed lobbyists and hired lobbyists And do you think this is the best way to develop a relationship or fix up the relationship between Bangladesh and USA?
Yes, sir. Bangladesh should continue bilateral discussion in between USA by employed high-level lobbyists, and Bangladesh should ensure ensure to the transparency and accountability in our different administrative sector, especially um, foreign related the issues related to foreign affairs and democracy. And Bangladesh have to ensure they will try to ensure transparency in every sector.
Okay, thank you. We'll come to you later. Now, Abdul Kader, start your video on. Okay, why do you want to be? This is first class. We welcome you to our class. And my first question to you: why do you want to be BCS cadet?
Thank you, sir, for giving this space. I want to be a BCS cadet because I think I can contribute my skills in decision making, such like administration cadre or any kind of post that are provided by PSC or recommended by PSC. Because I am a graduate and I have I have a huge capability and potentiality to implement this skill and my capability for the for my country people, of general people of Bangladesh. And so if I do a private job, then my sector is limited. I can't contribute to my the people of Bangladesh. But if I become a business cadre or the job, such like job, I think I can contribute to the general people and for the country Bangladesh.
What is
That's
your
why I
first,
want to.
what is your first choice?
Sir, administration.
Administration. Why not? That means general administration. Okay, why don't you want to be a teacher?
Sir, I have no chance to become a teacher because my honors subject is not available in the college.
What was your honors subject?
Sir, urban and regional planning.
Urban and regional planning. Okay. Where? Okay. From where have you completed graduation and post graduation?
Sir, Chittagong University of Engineering Technology. I have completed my undergraduate from there, and I am continuing my masters at BUET in the same subject.
Can we say? Can we call you engineer Abdul Kader?
No, sir. Actually, this is a specialization sector, and we have a separate institute like IAB, and this is BIP, Bangladesh Institute of Planners. So we are called as urban planners.
Urban planners. Okay. Do you think your subject is very interesting?
Yes, sir. It's very interesting, but this sector is limited within our country.
So Dhaka is a very polluted city, you know, and pollution is increasing day by day, and people are getting sick for this reason. And we need more and more urban planners in this sector. So if you work here, you can do well, you can do better. So why don't you want to work in this sector?
Thank you, sir. Actually, sir, urban planner is not the primary role for making a city livable. For example, Dhaka city. Actually, truly speaking, the urban planning is a very minor issue, and they can't contribute so much because our administration and our city is governed by the mayor and the city corporation, and we will be surprised that there are a few planners in the city corporation. So actually, there are if there are hundreds of people in the city corporation, only one or two urban planner, is it a good sign for us? So I think urban planner and many of my friends and elder brothers or juniors are for those. But I want to contribute in the decision making process, so I can contribute to from the upper level. So that's why I want to move.
Okay, you'd like to move and you want to be an administrator. Do you think you are fit for the position?
Sir, I think I am fit for position, but no one is no one and anyone is 100% pure. I need some progress. I need some. I need to some increase my capability. So if I recommended, if I will be recommended by PSC.
If I am recommended.
Yes, sir.
If I am recommended by the PhD.
Okay, sir. If I am recommended by PSC and that from their training of 1 year or 6 months, I think I can make fully fit for those positions.
Do you think you are different from other candidates?
Yes, sir. From not a larger things, but I think I have some, or I have studied some special things from my bachelor. I studied about administration, local administration, and maximum graduate students have no idea about this. So I think I am different a little bit.
You are different a little bit. That means you have some theoretical knowledge. That's why should we say that you are different?
Yes, sir. But it's not a huge impact. I think it's a very minor thing.
Okay. Have you any weakness?
Yes, sir. I have weakness in perfectionism. That I want to complete any project or any task in good way, and I want to make them perfect. That's why I need, or I took many time. That's the that's it.
Time. Okay. Well, now have you read any book on liberation war?
Yes, sir. I have. Yes.
Can you mention or can you say something about your book?
Yes, sir. Payer Awas Pawa Jai.
Can you say something about the book? What you have read there? What is the okay? Who's the writer of the book? The story in brief and lesson from the book.
Yes, sir. Payer Awas Pawa Jai is mainly a drama and written by Syed Shamsul Haq, and it is mainly the it describes mainly the sufferings of people of a village, and it is a village of Rangpur division, and the writer described the sufferings of the villagers in a very a good way, and there was a leaders of the villagers named Matabbor, and he was a betrayer, and he was against our liberation war, and he tried to understand the villagers that we should be against liberation war, and he offered his own daughter to the Pakistani army. So at that time, or afterwards, some few days later, the daughter came to the front, in front of villagers, and he revealed that the Pakistani army raped her. So the villagers were against the leaders and Matabbor. So a small namely Pike, he killed the leaders. So we can learn from this popular drama that no one can sustain against the wrong, or no one can sustain if he did any wrong, he cannot
Wrongdoings,
sustain.
any wrongdoings? Okay, good. Okay,
Yes.
nice. Well, have you heard anything about Joe Biden?
Yes, sir.
Do you think he's the most powerful leader in the world at present?
Yes, sir.
Why do you think so?
Uh, uh, from the World War II, there was a before the World War II, there was a huge competition between Russia and America. But after 1990, when the Soviet Union broken, then the United States of America became the superpower, only one superpower. Though the capability and the ability to become superpower of the America is decreasing, but still now the leader of America, I mean the President Joe Biden, is the supreme leader of this world.
Okay. How is the relationship between Bangladesh and USA now?
I think we are passing a critical time between this bilateral relationship,
Okay. Why do you think so?
because the present foreign policy of Joe Biden is to increase the democracy around the world. We are watching that the Donald Trump had a good relation with Saudi Arabia, but the Joe Biden is decreasing the relationship with the King of Salman. So and we can see in this foreign policy, the change foreign policy of America in various cases. So they are so the foreign policy department of US, they are trying to they are trying to increase democracy and democracy. This is so they are trying to ensure democracy in Bangladesh. So that's why they push us to ensure democracy.
Suppose you are in Viva board, should you answer this way?
No, sir. I think I should be prepared. Should be prepared.
Be diplomatic, yes, while answering. It should be diplomatic. Okay, good. Thank you. This is first session. We'll come to you later. Okay, now
Thank you,
Sabbir
sir.
Ahmed. Sabbir Ahmed, are you ready to speak?
Yes, sir. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. How are you today?
I am fine, sir.
Okay, how old were you when the liberation war took place?
Sir, I can assure you that I am not that old.
Okay, I'm not that
I
old.
have born quite a long time after
I was born many years after the liberation war.
the liberation war in 1994.
1994. Okay. Have you written any book on liberation war?
Yes, sir. I have read quite a few.
Have you written any book on liberation war?
No, sir. I have I have no works or no literary works
Okay.
published yet.
Okay. Now mention or say a few words about an important book you read on liberation war.
A book I would like to mention is Ekattorer Dinguli, written by martyr mother Jahanara Imam. For some obvious reason, the book attracted me. We all know that to crush the demand of independence of Bengali people, Pakistani ran a looting, or a Pakistani ran Operation Searchlight, and all through the 9 months of liberation war, they used to loot, burn the unarmed civilian people, and the breathtaking events has been recorded in this book by the author. She herself had also witnessed some of the events, and for the rest, she used authentic sources, and the book was written in the form of a diary. So it gives such feeling that I am living in that time. It's the most important thing I have felt. So yeah, it was a book I would like to mention.
Okay. What did you learn from the book by reading the book?
There is no denying the fact that people of Bangladesh made an innumerable sacrifice during the liberation war. So we need to commemorate their sacrifices every now and then, and work relentlessly to make their dreams come true. That is, build a poverty, hunger, and exploitation-free Bangladesh. That's the lesson I'd like to
Okay.
mention.
Why is Jahanara Imam called Shohid Janani?
Because she lost her son Rumi in the liberation war, who was a freedom fighter, and Jahanara Imam sacrificed himself for the independence of the country. So that's why she is called Shohid Janani.
Okay. Is there any relationship between literature and society?
Of course, literature, literary works are created based on society, social norms, values, incidents, relations. Such things are kept in mind and followed while writing anything by the author. So of course there is a relation between literature and society.
Okay. Do you have any idea about Nuremberg trial?
Yes, sir. Nuremberg trial was a series of military tribunals held by Allied forces following the World War II.
Okay. Okay. Do you know details about it? Anything more about it?
Sorry, sir, I can't.
Okay.
Now at this moment I can't.
Okay. Well, and recently the USA has put sanction on some of our RAB officials or former RAB officials. Do you think there will have some negative impact in bilateral relationship between Bangladesh and the USA for this?
Actually, we have to see the greater picture, why they pushed some sanction on some of our officials. In the present situation, both US and China are trying to increase their influence in the Asian region. So I think to strengthen or to increase the influence in Bangladesh of theirs, they can sanction some sanction. They can push the sanction probably, but we have to continue the bilateral talks in between ourselves. And as our policy is friendship to all, malice to none, so we have to work accordingly, and by bilateral talks in different mediums. I am hopeful that we can solve the present issues.
Okay, present issues. Good. Okay. Now, do you think USA is still the superpower of the world at present?
Of course, the USA is still the superpower of what they gained after the World War II. But I would say China, Russia, countries like China, Russia, India are not lagging far behind them. But USA is USA is strong in both economic and military sectors, and as others are trying to reach the point like the US to overpower them.
Okay. Do you think Bangladesh will be a superpower one day?
We have manpowers, I must say. So if we can turn them into wealth by training them, by making them skilled, and if we can utilize the properties, natural resources we have, if we can utilize the natural resources we have, so I think it's not very far from now that we can be a superpower.
Can a country
Also.
with a small territory be a superpower? Can
Of course,
can a country with a small territory like Bangladesh be a superpower?
of course, sir, because to be a superpower, a country needs natural resources, skilled manpower, and some other criteria. And small countries like Bangladesh have all those. We have a large sea region, and underneath it we have lots of resources, which is still to be utilized. And we have had a huge population. By turning them into skilled manpower, we can easily be a superpower.
Is there any world in the world which has been a superpower with a small territory?
Yes, sir, I can say the names of countries like Singapore.
Singapore is superpower? Can you say Singapore is a superpower?
No, sir, sorry. Then I can't recall at this moment.
Okay. Well, democracy. What do you mean by democracy?
Democracy means right is equal for all. There will be no discrimination in terms of caste, races, colors, religions. Right would be equal for all.
Is it democracy? There will be no discrimination. It is possible in socialism. In socialism, there will be no discrimination. But in democratic country that follows capitalism, I think there must be some discrimination. There exists always discrimination. See, if you have knowledge, if you have talent, you can earn more, you can live better, you can spend more. But if you have no talent, you cannot earn more, you cannot live better. This is followed in capitalist country, and most of the capitalist countries are democratic countries. So can we say in a democratic system, there will be no discrimination?
No, sir, I was wrong from concept. What is the important thing? People enjoys the right to direct the government in a democratic nation in the name of election. So it's the main thing, so that people can practice their voting power. So if they have the voting power to choose their candidates by their own, and through them they direct the nation, that will be called a democratic country.
Do you think most of the superpowers exploit many other countries of the world?
Yes, sir, but they not exploit directly. I would say they, under the name of some organization like World Bank, IMF, they try to increase the influence in the smaller countries or less richer countries. So they continue their influencing. They found these new forms of spreading influence after World War II.
Okay. Well, now Sabir Ahmed will answer, and Firdaus Ali, Nasreen, and Abdul Kader will question him. Question maybe about US election, other important international events. Last US election, then democracy, then superpowers, present crises, okay, especially Ukraine crisis, so on. And you may ask some questions on your own. Sabir Ahmed is ready, he will answer. Firdaus Ali, Nasreen, and Abdul Kader may start asking question to him.
Can you tell me about Iran's uranium stock?
Yes, there was a deal between the Permanent Fight and Germany quite a few years ago, but unfortunately Donald Trump pulls his country off from the deal. From then, Iran stated that they would like to increase their nuclear resources, and probably they have started already to increase their resources, nuclear resources or weapons.
Then, what can be happen in Middle East for this occurrence?
The scenario of Middle East is actually changing. If I say here, Israel with the help of USA was the lone superpower or a strong contender to have their influence all over the Middle East region. But here, interests of China and their allies with Iran threatening US and Israel to be the strengthened power in Middle East. So it will create problems for USA if Iran increase their nuclear resources. It will create problems for US and Israel in Middle East.
Okay. Now tell me some current political issues.
Current political issues, actually we are passing a pandemic situation. So things attached with pandemic and COVID is the talk of the world for a few years now. So I would say some events like it's a matter of bit strange that people are not willing to take vaccines in countries, in developed countries like Germany, US, New Zealand. So things happening, and this kind of things happening actually around the world. And at first, to concentrate on certain events or certain things, we have to first win over COVID actually.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Firdaus Ali. Firdaus Ali, can you hear me? Okay, Sabir Ahmed, what is the root of Ukraine crisis at present? Can you say something about Ukraine crisis?
Sir, I can't tell the details, but it's the same thing is what is happening in Asia. There is also the same thing is going to happen or happening, which is Russia is a neighboring country of Ukraine, and Russia wants to increase its power in that region. Russia wants to take the hold of Crimea, and here the conflict arises because Crimea is a part of Ukraine, and with the help of US and its allies, Ukraine can face Russia with in a where you can involve in a way with Russia to serve their purposes or to serve their interests.
Interest.
Such kind of things are happening.
Okay, Abdul Kadir, 5 questions to Sabir Ahmed.
I have a question. Is Russia preparing to invade Ukraine?
Yes, what we are watching over the media that Russia is gathering soldiers around their border, and anytime a fire can turn around. So it's very early to say what will happen, but things can turn around rapidly, and nobody knows what is going to happen.
Next. Next question, Abdul Kadir.
Sir, I have no questions.
You have no question. Firdous Ali, have you any question?
Yes, sir.
Yes, 5 questions to him.
Okay, sir. What Bangladesh government should do to ensure Rohingya deportation now?
Yeah, it's a critical situation now to repatriate the Rohingyas, as Myanmar is being directed by the army supported or army itself. So there is going an emergency situation in Myanmar. So we have to be prepared all the time for discussion, and if we can convince the superpowers like China, India, we may have a breakthrough in this crisis moment. So we have to observe the situation and prepare ourselves. Whenever we can, we should push the situation in the favor of ours.
Thank you.
Okay, now Nasrin, we will ask you 5 questions, 5 to 10 questions, you will answer. Nasrin, keep your started video on. Okay. Now all the guys start asking question to Nasrin. Nasrin will answer. Sabbi start.
Hello, Nasrin Apu.
Hello.
Ji. Can you tell how long Joe Biden served as the senator from the state he represented before being elected president?
Yeah, Joe Biden was a senator from Delaware State since 1973 to 2009 as a senator, and then 2009 to 2017 as vice president.
Can you tell something the present vice president of US?
I already told about Joe Biden.
present vice president.
Vice President, present Vice
Oh,
President.
okay. Now the present vice president of USA, Kamala Harris. He is the first African American as well as Asian American.
African. She's not Indian born.
Yeah, she is an African American as well as an Asian American vice president.
Oh.
And also she's the 49th, but the first woman vice president of USA. Her mother from India, and her father from Jamaica.
Okay, and now she is okay. Now she is.
She was a senator from California state. So I can't remember maybe. Okay, I can't recall the state's name, and also she is an attorney general. Attorney.
Okay, next question.
Now, I would like to ask you a bit difficult question. Do you find any differences in the foreign policies between Trump and Biden?
Yeah, there are many differences between their foreign policy.
Such as?
Actually, Biden takes some steps that Biden canceled some some of decisions of Donald Trump, like Donald Trump leave from WHO as well as Paris Environmental Agreement and other and some other organizations, but Donald Trump but Joe Biden Joe Biden came back to the some of these organizations, and that Donald Trump Joe Biden also canceled the controversial travel ban from 6 Muslim countries, that is Iraq, Iran, Syria, Iraq, Iran, Syria, Somalia, and some other countries, and this travel ban, Somalia and Yemen travel ban, and Joe Biden takes some diplomatic step like on China. Donald Trump, Joe Biden said that America is interested to work with China, but China have to beg pardon for their illegal task. And then there
Okay, fine. I know I am the weakest in GK comparing all of you. Now I would like to repeat the question you had asked me. I will not restrict you that you have to tell 5 top incidents, but I would like to ask you some most top incidents in international politics nowadays. There is no restriction.
I wanted to know this from you. That's why I questioned you, actually. The last 2 months I haven't read it, actually, so I don't know about the current situation. That's why I questioned you. So then I can know that.
Okay,
thank you, sir. It's all from me.
Okay, now Firdaus Ali will be the speaker to answer 10 questions. Firdaus Ali, can you hear? Firdaus Ali? No, he can't. Okay, Abdul Kader, will you answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Abdul Kader, he's a new participant here today, and we will ask him questions. Sabir, Nasreen, okay, start asking question to Abdul Kader.
Nasrin Apu, you ask first.
Okay. Could you tell me please about China and India's current issues or current dispute?
As far I know, China and the main debate issue of between China and India is the geographical boundary, and China claimed that the some territorial boundary within the India. China claimed that they are part of China. For example, Arunachal, Ladakh. So China is trying to increase their trying to build the construction around those area. So I think the main issue is the geographical boundary. Besides, there is a commercial war between China and dependency also, because India has a lots of dependency on China in respect of commercial relationship. Maximum products are came from China within the India, just like the electronics products. So India has a dependency on China in terms of this commercial relationship. So India can't do any hard decision against China. So that's why we are observing a long, I mean, a cold war between this country, and will last long.
So you want to tell this Cold War, but we can see a few months ago there were fight, face-to-face gunfighting. That's a war between China and India's soldier. Can you remember why this happened?
Yes. And 1 year ago, there was a fight, as far I remember. But we have noticed that this could not extend and limited within 1 day or fewer, but not extended this way. So we know that China has the capability to war against India, and India has also. And two countries have the capability of atomic power, but they couldn't extend the war and only limited with the boundary.
Can you tell me the name of this place?
Sorry?
Where that war happened? Name of the place?
Maybe the area of Ladakh. Not, I can't remember the place name.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
Okay, brother, I know it's your first class today. So I would like to ask just one question. That is, I would say you are lucky enough to be studied in both BUET and CHUET. So what difference you have identified between the two institutions, or how you compare both the life you are passing and you have passed in these two institutions?
I think there is a huge difference between CHUET and BUET. Though there was literally there was one difference, that one word B and C, but actually there is a huge difference. When I studied CHUET, we saw that the teachers and the staff and I think overall the overall Chouet administration they don't try to maintain a minimum standard of education, but the teachers and all administration of BUET, as per my observation, I can say that they try to maintain a minimum standard of education of our education and others standard. And in this pandemic situation, Chouet is not capable to run their education via online, and they run the course, they run the education system within limited, but the BUET is running all the education, all the course in full swing via online. So I think this is the huge difference at this moment.
Okay, how
Thank
do you
you,
come to
brother.
know about me, Abdul Qadir? I have not seen you in any of our courses. How do you come to know about me?
Actually, sir, I visited YouTube channel of you, so there I.
Okay, how long? Have you been visiting or watching or following my YouTube channel?
Sir, since yesterday.
Oh, since yesterday.
Yes, sir.
How did you come to know about my YouTube channel?
Maybe I searched YouTube on 41 Fast Viva. So from the search, Google suggested me your videos. Maybe YouTube.
Okay, thank you. Your presentation is good. Okay, next class on Thursday. It will be this day 8. I think you will have good preparation and we'll ask much more questions, many more questions from different viewpoints, from different subjects. It may be from national affairs, international affairs, liberation, important personalities, strength and weaknesses. That means we will add a volume of our questions nowadays from next classes. So this is the end of our today's session. Thank you for having a nice or resourceful discussion today.
Isn't it
Sir,
day
yeah,
7?
Yeah.
Day 7. Today's
this-
class is day 6.
Next class will be day 7 then.
Yeah.
Yes, next class will be day 7.
sir,
Yes.
can I call you for 2 minutes after the class?
Yes, you can.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.